this, man. What was your reaction to getting Amari Cooper on this team, trading for him?
Yeah, I was actually asleep. I was asleep for like 3 hours, and then my wife woke me up because if I sleep too long, I'll be up all night. So she's like, "You need to get up." And she's like, "Oh, also, y'all just traded for Amari Cooper." And man, I was stoked, like to be able to. I've been fortunate to play with some pretty good receivers, Diggs, Gabe, Beasley, those guys. So now him, I'm excited to watch him in action and learn from him.
How much does that help you? I mean, you mentioned you played with Stephon, you played with Gabe. Having like a solidified, Pro Bowler like that, it kind of takes the attention away from you a little bit. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Yeah, I mean, somebody of, as great of a player as him, is always something that the defense always has to focus on. He's a ball player. Knows the game. Obviously, been one of the best receivers in the league for a minute now. So it's exciting.
You've got a younger group of pass catchers. I don't know if you still put yourself in that group, but Dalton and Keon obviously are relatively newer guys. Having a guy like Amari, does that allow those younger guys to kind of grow at maybe a more comfortable rate when you have that, that elite guy that is also in the group?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like I said before, it's like when you have somebody like that, you just sit back and watch him, and get to learn from him, somebody who's played that much, and played at such a high level for so long, to sit back, watch him and learn from him is going to be great.
I know some people out there are going to think that this is kind of an indictment of the room, that this was something that this team needed. How do you guys in the room look at it from that point of view that, this is what the Bills went out and traded for was a receiver?
Yeah, I mean, we don't really pay attention to the outside noise and what everybody else is saying and what do we need and what we don't need, whatever it is. All we control is what we do when we show up here every single day, and that's what we've been doing. So,
Amari's been in the league a decade. Obviously, when you were coming up, is he a guy, because he's kind of known for his route running, yourself kind of in that position. Coming up, was he a guy that you kind of tried to look at his game and improve your game off of his game, if that makes sense?
Yeah, he's definitely somebody that I love watching, and I still love watching, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it's just somebody that every time he steps on the field, just watching what he does, you take away something every single time, every single play he's on the field.
Sean and Brandon both talked about how difficult it is to bring a new receiver and get them up to speed mid-season. Can you explain a little more about why this position is a little more tough than some of the other spots on a football team?
Yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of moving parts. Obviously, you got to learn a whole new offense. Joe does a great job of simplifying things for us. So, honestly, I think he'll pick it up pretty fast. But it's just a lot of moving parts.
This Titans defense, obviously, it's kind of new look in a lot of ways. But what do you think poses as a big threat for them going into this week?
Yeah, I mean, those guys are great. They play fast. They're physical guys. Like I said, their speed of play is really good. So, I mean, we just got to make sure that we this week throughout preparation that we focus in on the details and then we'll be ready to go.
Thanks, Khalil.
Thanks, Khalil. Appreciate